Akinremi.
Thank you very much for joining us on another fresh edition of AM Sports on Impact Africa Television. My name is Eniola Afolabi, and we'll be taking a look at top stories making headlines in the world of sports from the African Nations Championship taking place in Morocco, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria are through to the quarterfinals of the competition, defeating Equatorial Guinea 3-1 on Tuesday night. We'll be talking about that. We'll also take a look at what happened as far as the Australian Open is concerned, the very first Grand Slam of the year. Of course, Roger Federer through to the semi-finals to come face-to-face with South Korean, who is also playing in the Australian Open for the very first time, reaching that stage for the very first time as well. Of course, the much talked about transfer of Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal to Manchester United has materialized, and a fantastic unveiling of Alexis Sanchez with Eric Mkhitaryan moving in the opposite direction. We'll take a look at all these, so sit back and enjoy every bit of AM Sport on Impact Africa Television. Definitely not alone in the studio. I've got Isaiah Akinremi of our sports desk in the studio. Isaiah, it's nice having you in the studio to talk sports on IATV.
Thank you very much, Eniola Afolabi. What a day to be alive. Yesterday, the Super Eagles of Nigeria against Equatorial Guinea, it was heart in our mouth, because at the end of the first half, it was as if the Super Eagles of Nigeria won't be able to navigate their way. It was as if we are doing some permutation and combination again, but we thank God that they were able to skate through and defeat the Equatorial Guineans by 3-1. And like you rightly said, down under the Australian Open, Roger Federer was able to defeat Thomas Berdych, and is through to the semi-finals.
Let's take a look at what happened as far as the game between Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea is concerned. You said it, the Super Eagles were trailing in the first 45 minutes of the game. Of course, it's a kind of a scenario that personally I would not predict for the Super Eagles, considering the level of opposition we were playing against last night. But good enough, the Super Eagles came back into the game. Anthony Oputu, the man that hasn't scored a single goal in the tournament, a header. And wait for this, a fantastic stunner from Sunshine Stars midfielder Ekundayo Ojo, and the veteran himself, Rabiu Ali, scoring a penalty late in the game to make it 3-1 to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. What's our assessment of our performance in the game?
Well, I think complacency almost crept into the game of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, during the first half, and I think the guys are trying to come to terms, representing the Super Eagles of Nigeria, donning the green, white, green color of the nation, and players like Anthony Oputu and Sunday Falaye, who missed a sitter, almost caused the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But I think Coach Salisu Yusuf was able to speak to the boys. The pep talk worked magic. I don't know what he said to the boys, and they came out of the blocks and scored 3 goals. Ekundayo Ojo, fantastic for me, and I think that was a really good goal.
One of the goals of the tournament.
Definitely, until I see a goal that is better than what Ekundayo got. I think that goal she stood, as one of the goal of the tournament. Possibly will win the goal of the tournament.
Okay, talking about Salisu Yusuf after the game, he specifically mentioned, he spoke about Sunday Falaye, saying he's a raw diamond that still needs time to mature. If you know a player like Sunday Falaye needs time to mature, why take him to a big tournament like the African Nations Championship?
Well, you can't fault Salisu Yusuf, because looking at our preparation, for the Chan Nations tournament, when you look at players that worked the wonders and qualified us, players like Stephen Ode, players like Kingsley Edu, who was fantastic for us, in qualifying for the WAFU, WAFU competition. They had to move overseas So therefore, I think him giving Sunday Fale a chance shows that he believes in youth.
But I will question him for not including the likes of Sikiru Olatubos, the man who did very, very well for MFM last season in the Nigerian Professional Football League. I mean, a strike partner of
Stephen Ode in MFM,
who until he left for Europe was still the top scorer in the NPFL.
Well, everybody clamored for Stephen Ode, star Sikro Latubosu, and also the midfield maestro for MFM, Honua. Well, I think you can't satisfy everyone. Adebayo, you can't satisfy everyone. You can't bring everyone on board. You know, you have just a pool of 22 players to choose, and it's he believes that a Sunday Fale will be able to do the magic for him. Remember, there was a certain time in which a Theo Walcott, who has never even kicked the ball for the Three Lions of England, was taken to the World Cup. Exactly. So therefore, I think
at the time Michael Owen also went to the World Cup.
Exactly.
It was a green on.
Exactly. And from there, he picked it up. Also, don't forget the former goalkeeper of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Vicente Yama. You know, he was given the chance and he picked it up from there. So I think Sunday Fale, he has potentials. He does need someone to talk to him, to stay calm and collected, and see how his game move from there.
Okay, taking a look at the game itself and the chances of the Super Eagles of Nigeria bringing back the trophy to Abuja to celebrate. I mean, what do you think Nigerians should look forward to in this quarterfinals, even though our opponent has not really emerged? Thanks so much for making it to the studio today. Hope you'll be back tomorrow for another exciting edition of AM Sports. Thanks so much for staying tuned for the program today, AM Sports on Impact Africa TV, African Television. My name is Eniola Afolabi. We'll be back for another fresh edition tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day.